like some people I know, there's this tug of war
Mm.
with hating being otherized and then like also sometimes enjoying being otherized and
Mm.
exoticized. Did you ever feel any of that tug of war? Because your story didn't really like kind of describe that, but I'm just curious because it's something that I have talked to someone else about before, and I want to hear your perspective on that.
Yeah, yeah, good question. Absolutely, there's a tug of war is a good way to put it because you do feel that I certainly have had periods in my life where I've felt special in that, I am the only Asian in the room and there's a certain amount of uniqueness to that, pride to that, I guess. Like I get to represent all Asian women or whatever. And then, I mean, there's certainly that sense of, and I'll say this, I'll be honest about it, of course it got to me in my early 20s when, I'm a cishet person and when men would hit on me because I was Asian, I mean that certainly would happen, and then be like, "Yeah, I'm hot because I'm Asian," right? So it's there were certainly those times where it's like I'm going to use this for my in my favor, right? And feeling that like uniqueness.
Yeah, see, like that part of
Yeah,
it, I
yeah.
feel like from my experience, that aspect of it is completely absent, right? No one has ever, maybe if I was taller or something, but like no one has ever like sexualized me because I'm a black man or anything like that, like nothing
Huh,
like that.
huh.
But people,
Okay,
but the way
okay.
it manifests is very dehumanizing,
Yeah.
like
Oh
instead,
yeah.
and so like I mean, not that being sexualized because you're an Asian woman or being sexualized because you're a black man is not dehumanizing, but the things that happened to me where did not there was no positive spin you were gonna put on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Sure,
like
sure.
so
Yeah.
basically I'm always interested in racialized experiences that I myself am not privy to, as well. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fair.
No, yeah, I can see that and I appreciate that. Maybe you're not hanging out in the right places. No, just kidding. You definitely don't want to equate this kind of, well, if I'm sexualized, it gives me some power or some kind, 'cause I don't want to imply that by any stretch, but because there's also the dehumanizing factor of it where I've felt like just an object, like a sex object to be used. And like, I flat out have had men say like, I've never been with an Asian woman before, or things like that, and then it's like just a notch in their belt or whatever. But or whatever the expression is. Um, but yeah, it's interesting to put it that way. Like just the sense of, can there be something positive about being othered? Um, and I for me, it's I have had unique experiences, and it does come out at times when I'm able to explain something about an experience that other people just like, I never thought of it that way, I've never seen it that way before. um and just being able to put a different spin on the human experience and just say, well, think about this, like, and it helps me think that way, like, are there angles I haven't thought of yet, and because it just hasn't been my experience. um and I remember one time, just even my husband and I, when we were dating, and I told him some of my experiences. I mean, you know we both have very different, I mean, he's a white Virginian, cishet male. He was a pastor. I mean, there's like lots of levels to who he is, and the two of us have really didn't have very similar experiences at all growing up. And we were able to just kind of connect on the things that were similar, like, or just being able to say, I've never experienced that, tell me about it. um and he was able, at one point, as we were even dating, it's like, I've just never met someone with your story. and it was intriguing, right? So, and here we are married 12 years later.
Thanks for watching. For access to the full-length conversation and all of the 2-hour-long unedited conversations that I've had on race, click the support link in the description below. Thanks for your support and see you next time.